Here we go. This is Copy Who, and I'm your host, Paul the producer. I'm back. Yes, I'm here. I had a nice weekend overall. You know why it's partly a nice weekend, and all that has to happen for it to be a nice weekend is to get good sleep. And I'm miraculously on my 5th day of good sleep. I know, it's awesome. Very pleased about it. It's a rarity these days. I still have the parasites chomping at the bit to ruin me, to discredit me, but that's okay. I've had 5 days of respite and my mind is returning to normal, and so when I wake up at night, it's not over yet, but I wake up at night and I'm better off when I don't hear anything from them because they are, they eat me. They eat my soul. They're man-eaters. A lot of them are man-eaters. Whether they like to acknowledge that or not, that's what they are. Anyway, enough about my sad story. I want to wait just a brief moment here to let you guys go who are into the short-term memory. You got to go. I'm waiting just a moment for you to go. Tune out. This is not for you. This is long-term attention span. These are deep thoughts for people who like to sit around and just kind of hang out for a while. That's what this is. Some of it's interesting. Some of it might not be interesting to you. I break it up into chapters. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can go from chapter to chapter. Maybe there's something you're more interested in terms of the topic. But this is the general intro right here. I just got done eating lunch. I had some chili. It was pretty good. It's organic chili, this brand that I get at this place called Natural Grocers, and it's the best canned chili that I get. Other chili from big Monsanto farms, not so good. But this is good, and I put a little bit of extra flavoring in it, Mexican seasoning, some fajita seasoning. I co-opt those flavors. I appropriate those flavors because I freaking love Mexican food. I think for something that might sort of almost be described as native cuisine in the United States, Mexican food is it, man. Yo, love it. Especially dagnabbit, carnitas. That's what I was saying. I got distracted because I didn't have that mixed up. Anyway, I want to pour some water here. In a moment, we'll do a rise in just a moment, but I want to just keep jibber-jabbing right now and see what I fill the time with, the air with. When I was eating lunch, I was watching Jedidiah Bila on YouTube, and she's spewing all this wisdom. It's just so totally awesome. I'm sitting there wishing, man, I wish this is the kind of woman I want to meet. A little bit younger, willing to have children, help me raise those children, be a homemaker, be a mother, and value her. A high-value lady who really cherishes that kind of blessing, okay? You're not a bad lady if you want to do that, despite what the brainwashing of contemporary and modern American society wants to teach you. Failing modern American society, which I think is in massive decline. And it doesn't help. All these woke things infecting people's brains, it doesn't help. I just want to keep drinking. I am thirsty because I think probably what I ate is high in sodium, so I'll just... Tons of things on my mind today, but once I hit the record button, I'm like, I gotta come up with it right now. What was it? I'm drawing a blank. It comes out in the course of the show, once I start getting warmed up. I don't quite have the adrenaline I need right now for this moment sufficiently, so what we're gonna do right this moment is go to our second rise and see what the hell happens. It gets me all pumped up, and I love it. I love that feeling from the rise. I got good feedback from some friends, and hopefully I can make it more creative. I do have ideas about how to improve what I'm doing here, vary it from time to time. So it's like, whoa, you don't expect that, because I don't want it to be the exact same thing every single time. People might be bored. Therefore, it's a game of improv to say a bunch of silly shit when the rise is happening. But without further ado then, shall I take one more sip and savor this sip, and then let's go to the rise after that then, shall we? Yes, I will put this out of the way because I will get a little nutty after we start doing the rise. Shall we, my friends? Shall we? Shall we rise now? Yes, we shall. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Rise. It's that time of day again. Gotta decorate that wall back there. I can't go with that wall like that. That's no good. Should I put a plant? Should I put a neon light? Something custom. Maybe something from the garage sale. I don't know. As long as it's cool, I gotta get something over there. I simply must for it to be great. Anyhow, rise! Yes! That's such a good feeling doing that. You guys don't understand how much this gets me pumped. I go then and I do it and I'm like, yes. Yes, mister. Going the extra mile for silliness. That's darn tootin'. You're darn tootin'. Okay. Maybe we come back on here now. Come back over here and I get that ring light on. And... perfect execution. Loving that. Love it. Love it. Don't you tell me not to do my stinking rise. I co-opted that rise. I appropriated that rise from a certain member of the podcasting community, and I make it my own in virtue of the improv that I do when I'm doing it. That's right. Feels good. I'm just soaking it up right now. You can't tell me not to. You really can't tell me not to. What do we have to start out here, okay? I don't actually remember misandry good, misogyny bad. I want to say this is a clip from, what do you call it? That's right. It's a clip from whatever. And so I'm going to, excusez-moi. I'm going to bring you over here and go, wee, okay? We're going to watch this clip from the top.
I don't really care.
See, when you open it up like that, it should start from the beginning of the video. But this woman's insufferable. Now that I see this visual, I'm like, oh yeah, she's annoying. Not this one here. Just listen. It's just so, it's like, I'll tell you what I think in a moment.
What do you think of men?
Hilarious.
I love men, you know.
But didn't you just say you didn't care if all the men diminished?
Yeah, no, I don't. It doesn't affect me. I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah. Like
I
who
just
cares?
don't care.
It's just so funny to dump on men all the time. I'm a high value chick. Let me tell you, the highest value men will not go near you with a 10-foot pole, except only to screw you and be like out when that's over with. I can't begin to imagine why I'd be hanging out with you for any reason in the world other than a booty call or free sex. And fine, you don't want to give it to me? Fine, that's perfectly fine. Okay? I'm sure that sex with a beautiful young woman like you, that would be delightful, but my goodness. You're so it's like bam, 2 seconds and you're immediately so shallow, and this is a permanent record on the internet. What if someday you actually grow up? Are you going to regret putting this up there?
Guys, you guys aren't really here for me, so I don't need a guy in my life. It's fun if I have one.
I mean, but excuse me, you know what this is about to me? It's like, here's an immediate, simple example of the brainwashing that exists in life. This is why people are so vulnerable, because somehow people from high up in society are deciding to descend these values down through the channels to people. What kind of channels? Media, print media, social media, cell phones, news media, all of the above, sitcoms, TV shows, reality shows, and all the stinking, rotten, brainwashed influencers who are vapid. And it's like a secular religion where people follow like shallow people. I want to say names, but it's kind of mean. I had a name in my mind. So the rape of the mind. This girl is like, she's proof sitting right here about society brainwashes young women to be super extra superficial. And it's very irritating. Like, do you realize, I mean, like, I would be very sad. I would be very sad if I were related to you or something. I wonder, what do you have on your arm here? Is that the cat from Alice in Wonderland? I don't know. It looks like a cat. But yeah, that's another red flag right there. Young lady like this attitude. Why are you tainting your beautiful body? I loved what Jedidiah said today when I was in the kitchen at lunch. She was not on board with women overly doing the tattoo thing at all. So I appreciate that, Jedidiah. You're always bringing the wisdom to stuff.
If I'm not going to try and make you guys better, you guys can do that on yourselves.
Do that on yourselves. Well, that's wonderful. You can, so like, if you hang out with me, you'll certainly have better grammar, you know, because I will do that on yourself. Whatever. Okay. Hold on. I got notifications. What was it? Someone's, okay, someone liked something I wrote, as a soldier does not know what is a harvard star. Hold on, I don't want to read that right now. We'll come to the second thing in my list. What is the second thing in my list? Okay, so it's some women, it's an Instagram clip. I took it off of Instagram, and it has, I think, if I remember correctly, it has Michael Sartain in it. Yeah. Okay. So once again, here we go. Coming over here with a I will reload this and open up the sound.
The struggle. They waited the finish line and fucked the winners.
True or false?
True.
Torsia, you think it's true? Why do you think it's true?
Why would I waste my SMV years on a guy that's just potential? Most guys suck nowadays.
You're dating the finished product. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't date on potential,
Reasonable.
so if you're not winning, then
Lame.
you're not worth my time because I'm winning.
You see, I can't stop this without this big triangle going there, but so she has this high and mighty and hoity-toity attitude about who she is and what she deserves to find in a man. And so the reason I'm bothered by her immediately is because you can tell she's done work around her face. And to me, as I always say on here, and I do it not to be mean, but to save women from making this mistake, that is a sign of insecurity. I immediately interpret that as insecurity because looking at you, I can tell you were probably born absolutely with perfect looks, and you decided to like blow your lips up, or there's some Botox or some shit around here.
Oh, we're gonna be winning together.
And like it's something weird in your look that looks artificial to me, and that immediately comports to insecurity in my brain. And so, as crazy as it sounds, for all the dipshits who are like, "She's out of your league, Paul. What are you talking about?" It's because this particular lady, if you're just judging her based on her physical appearance and saying, "Oh, that's too good for me," that's offensive to me. Come on now. Hold on. Did I come back? Yeah. I am somewhat offended by that because there's much more to the person than the physical looks, and I've dated all kinds of beautiful women, but there are so many assholes in my life who immediately assumed I couldn't get with a beautiful woman when I have been with beautiful women. And so what else do I want to say about this particular lady? It's that she doesn't date on potential. Well, I actually remember something interesting about my mom when she first met my dad. He wasn't super advanced and developed in the business world, but she could sense that potential in him, she told me once. And I thought that was very special, that she saw that potential, she went with it, and it turned out rather nice. My dad's been an amazing provider, okay? All of what you see around me now descends from blessings, being born in the family that I was born into. Not only do they care, I wasn't even spoiled when I was little. Do you know that? I'd want things, and I like wanted an Atari 2600, and I remember at the time they were like $200 or $300 in the early 80s, and my dad was like, "No way, Jose." I couldn't talk him into it for crap. Interesting side note, when I eventually did get an Atari 2600, I got a factory refurbished one from Sears at the old North Glen Mall, which has since been demolished. I went down there with my dad to get it, and what I did was I ran ahead when we were getting in there, and I grabbed a price tag for $19.99 and put it on the box before my dad got there, and it was a $150 item, and the stupid register guy actually sold it to me. And I was putting my dad at risk, and this was really a horrible thing to do. Technically, it's stealing, and I'm not proud of it. But this is kind of it proves like what a little shit I was when I was little, that I did things that were not appropriate. And that's a perfect example. I basically got an Atari 2600 that was factory refurbished, like new, ran ahead before my dad got in there because he took me to the mall to buy that specifically. And my dad didn't even know any better. Like today, if my kid did that, I'd probably be in tune enough to be like, hey, that doesn't sound like a correct price for that. So, but my dad was foreign to the idea of video game machines at that time. So he didn't have any thought. He didn't second guess it at all. Neither did the register guy. You'd think the register guy would be sophisticated enough working in the store with all these new toys like, oh, hey, there's the Atari. What does that sell for? But no, that guy didn't know. $20 for a $150 item? And you can't get away with that stuff now, God knows. And I don't recommend anyone try. And just first and foremost, because it's wrong to steal. And I did bad things when I was little. I have more stories, I'm sure, over time that I will reveal. Even something came to my mind right now, but I'm like, ooh, yeah, that story. I'll save that story because in the future, there will always be a moment when that story will come to my mind again. Something I did in a neighbor's house. Several things with regard to a neighbor's house that I did. So, yeah, including stealing. Bad news, Paul. Bad. I was bad. And I would never, like, take pride in that now. But I remember when I was younger just being a little shit. So we will come back here right now to conclude this clip of the insecure lady. Fuck your struggles.
I mean, we all have struggles, so I'm just saying, yeah, I date winners.
That's hard just to say, like.
Date winners. Another one where I'm immediately like, insecurity. I can see how you've messed with your face. Too much high maintenance to me translates some kind of insecurity. Like, you probably have a baseline, beautiful, natural beauty that you were born with. And then when you go fucking it up, it reveals a shit ton about you.
No, on that, I want to say yes, because I am attracted to other winners also. The disregarding the struggle, I don't 100% agree with because I'm empathetic and I would care about my partner.
Okay,
and
I like what she's saying.
Consideration of their efforts.
But he has to become your partner first.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love what she's saying.
We can go to Walmart right now.
And that other lady who's like, fuck your struggle. Like, fuck you, lady. Like, that's a sign of immaturity. That's a red flag. That's self-absorption. It comes through like enormously. In a gargantuan way.
Some got stocking shelves. The point is you laugh. The point is that's funny when we talk about the guy at the drive-thru or the guy at Walmart.
All right. That's that on that one, eh? Let me close out of this. Not a bad clip. I got sidetracked a little there. Told you a story that was totally unrelated. That's what I get to do here. Oh, man. I watched The Red Morning from Ryan Stone. I don't think I have a Ryan Stone clip today. I watched Red Morning when I worked out on Saturday morning. And it's hard when it's live because you don't get the digital time code. So when you hear something I would like to respond to, I'd like to be able to say, okay, that's where I go to in that to speak to something he was saying. And I could have watched it again, but it just takes so much time to go through that and do that I'm like, whatever. I saw the whole thing. Enjoyed it very much, and he's still, so invested. So let me tell you this. Ryan was saying in this video, I don't have to be in a hurry for you. I can just goof around. Ryan was saying in this video how he made a comment, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me now, and it was like, he can't wait. He wants this channel has to blow up so that he can just get out of the red pill niche. And I was like, that's like saying you're just piggybacking on it to get somewhere else to a higher level of success, which is fine. But I want you to know that's like the quintessential definition of grifting. More than me, because my attitude is I grift in anything I want, which is basically like I'll talk to any topic where I feel proficient enough to provide a thought that's interesting or thoughtful. But give me a break, dude. Yeah, you're grifting is what you admitted when you said that. And I know I take it with a degree of latitude and I still like you, but there's this one-sided from Rollo and from Ryan. It's kind of like, They are the arbiters of what is grifting and what is not grifting. They are the arbiters of who is reliable with their information in the manosphere. It's like all kinds of people have worthy things to say. You guys pick on Pearl. Sometimes she's dingbatty, and sometimes she actually has something meaningful to say. I find that I enjoy listening to her. I find that I enjoy listening to all kinds of people. But it's a lot more than just the red pill topics lately when you have a habit of going after people for a given reason on a given day, calling them artarded. I took that from Ryan, artarded, because I think if you say the other word, the full word, the AI will probably pick up on you and be like, oh, he's using these bad words that hurt people's feelings. I'm telling you, I want something that is as big as YouTube, prolific, all about free speech, where it can be the wild, wild west again. You remember how fun that was when things were the wild, wild west? Man, I'm tired of it. I used to have so much fun just being like, say whatever I want, yeah. And now it's like every time I say something halfway questionable, I'm like second guessing myself, like, and I know some people will be like, something's wrong with you, something's wrong with you, but that's part of the rape of the mind, okay? Like you're insecure about stupid shit and real problems don't matter. So like, oh yeah, of course I'm full of examples. It's like I start putting these links up here days before I come on and to talk about them. And then by the time I'm doing the show, other things have happened. And when I'm doing the show, I want to refer to those new things, which are in the shows for the coming days. And it's like, I feel a little dated, even if by 2 days, because we're in the 24-hour news cycle at this stage of life. And it's making me bananas batshit crazy sometimes. What do we have next? Third clip, Sterling Cooper. Okay, I don't know why I'm gonna bother doing this, but I will, okay? Let's just come over here. I actually will bring you like so over here like this. Whee! And this is funny to me. And I want to come bring you to this window here. How I grew my penis and other porn industry secrets. And this is from a former porn star named Sterling Cooper, who interestingly enough does encourage guys to give up pornography. If you want to perform better in the bedroom, I recommend that too, because you're overstimulated by pornography. And then the simple beauty of your wife or your girlfriend isn't turning you on the way you should because you're in this overstimulated environment frying out your fucking dopamine receptors in your brain. Oh man, sometimes I just get on a roll with what I'm saying, and then sometimes I'm all brain fart and I'm like, what was I saying? I want to say maybe the CBD that I've been taking on a daily basis. I started taking CBD about a week ago. That might be contributing to better sleep. Taking a tiny dose of, the things that keep you hydrated. What is it that keeps you hydrated? How can I forget this word? Electrolytes, they keep you hydrated. I've been taking a small dose of electrolytes in the morning. I've been following a discipline. I hardly have any additional sugar during the day. No, not much refined sugar. There was a period some time ago when I was in a duration of time at my mom's house every night when I would go over for dinner. I'd be like having a dessert, and I'd be eating the dessert after dinner. And I think it's helpful. What I understand is when you're working out on a regular basis, you can sustain taking in excess sugar sometimes because it helps you regulate your insulin. I do believe. I'm not an expert. Don't give a shit. I'm grifting. That's what I'm doing. And I'm a little happy and excitable right now, and you have to just live with it because I've had 5 days of sleep in a row, and that's always very good for me. And I actually woke up today, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing, 5 days. I'd be amazed if I got 2 more days. It's already like a personal record for like months without waking up in the middle of the night. I've just been going back to bed, and I've had this great routine of empty the mind out. But anyway, I have just gone way down a different path right here. We're talking about penis enlargement. Remember? From Sterling Cooper. Have you ever watched porn and wished you could be that guy on screen? Do I want to answer that question and have it public? No, you know what? There's the part of me that is desirous to have tons of sex. I'm not going to comment on every line in this, but I would not be looked upon fondly in my family if I went and I was in pornography. So notwithstanding how much fun it can be to live a Don Juan lifestyle for a while, having sex with all kinds of beautiful women, it would tarnish my reputation with my family. I don't think I'm less of a man for saying that. It would definitely lessen me in the eyes of others in my family, and that's why we keep our sins hidden. That's a true story, and it's also a joke, okay? Everybody does that. You keep your sins hidden. This phone, it's all bright and in my face. Got to move it over here. I'm going to do this to you in a good way. It's going to be a good rape of your mind. I'm going to force good values inside of you that I deem good. Why not? Let's come back over here. We're talking about penis enlargement, and I keep coming back over here to this camera and just being like, bibbity babbity boo. I don't want to comment on all this, okay? So, let's see. Well, I am that guy. He's the porn star. Have you ever watched Pornhub? You've probably seen me nailing some beautiful big boobied blondes. Okay, the word is different. It's titted, but I don't know. I feel more dirty when I say titted. And we'll come back over here where you can actually read it. As a teenager, I used to be obsessed with porn. Yeah, okay. I used to dig through. Here's a story. I used to go nearby my house, wherever there was a commercial business. There was this place called Open Spaces, and they had dumpsters where people would dump their garbage. And I used to look in trash cans like that to find magazines, nudie mags, porno mags. And I did succeed doing that. And after you succeed doing that, it's like you're a little kid and you're like, there's treasure in the trash can. So you dig around with dog shit in the trash can on the remote hope that you might find a magazine with some beautiful women in it. And I did succeed on a few occasions to find adult material. And that's a great pointer for kids. Only you're not likely to find it today because it's much less common that people have printed magazines, and all you have to do is pick up your phone. If your parents gave you your phone, you already know how to get to all this explicit content. I don't have to dig in the trash anymore today to find that stuff. First, because I'm an adult, but secondly, because I have computers and cell phones. What a world we live in. Is that a good thing? I'm not sure that is a good thing. Let's come back over here. Okay, he would fantasize about being a porn star, but one day he decided to make this dream a reality. The odds were stacked against him. Of course they are. It's not likely to get into the porn industry. I need to network with a guy like you if that were my goal, and then I'm too old for the game, you see. And I'm sure that I'm not nearly as well endowed as this guy here. There is a link on this page where it's like, I didn't realize what it was by the way it was articulated in the link. When you click on it, it takes you to his schlong, a before and after pic of his schlong. And I swear, I looked at it and I was like, dude, there's no growth in your penis that I see there. And I just couldn't tell. Get a measuring stick. Well, it's too late now because you've already done the after. But like that particular thing you used to measure it, I couldn't see it for shit. It was not clear. A little misleading in that way. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I have a hard time believing it works. Somewhere it says like you hang something on your penis here. How I grew my penis and other porn industry secrets. Here's what's inside my new ebook. One little known fruit that increases your blood nitrogen levels and gives you rock hard erections overnight. Isn't that what we on one day? Quick fix. Just take that fruit and you got rock hard erections over fucking night. A simple device you can wear throughout the day that will effortlessly add inches to your penis. What is this device? Everyone. That's the line right there that's selling the product. That's the line. Because if guys are already horned up, they don't care about the fruit. They don't care about the fruit. They want to know how to make their dick bigger. And what the hell? You're telling me I can... So are we talking about a stretch device that something is going to stretch the skin of my wiener somehow? I don't want to hang weights on my wiener and I don't want to stretch it. So what the hell device would be doing something that isn't stretching? What is it? Infrared? Some kind of black, blue light that is like making my wiener grow? I don't know. 3 common mistakes that most men make without even knowing are that killing their ability to get an erection. Oh yeah, well, I'll bet you anything that one of those 3 common mistakes is, guess what it is, people? Can you guess it? Watching pornography! Of course that's it. One of them. I wonder what the other ones are. Maybe he'll say masturbating. So, like, if you're overly using up all your juice, you're not going to have any more juice when you get the real opportunity to be with a woman. The precise skin oil. Oh, give me a break. There's no such thing as an oil that's going to increase the size of your dick. Unless the idea of that is to make it moist so that when you put that other device on that stretches it out, it's going to work better. And you're going to say, like, yeah, the more moisture you have. Whoops. The more moisture. Hey, you guys, how's it going? What's up, Jules? You're not talking to me? Okay. Yeah, you were distracted because she's all paying attention to the penis talk right now. So let's continue, shall we? Because Jules loves it. I will shut up when I'm done. Don't you be jealous, Copy. I know how jealous you can be of silly shit. Instead of being grateful for people who inspire you, Copy. Yeah, I'm talking to you, bird. All right? Let's continue. A common lie spread by the medical industry that inhibits your natural testosterone production and kills your libido. I'd like to know what that is. 5 techniques used by porn stars that you can steal right now to avoid coming too early. You know why I'm laughing at that is that is not my problem. I need someone selling me a product that's like how to have early ejaculation, because I will make a woman raw. It's like I can't get off on her unless she's doing certain things. And then if you don't know the person well, you feel shy asking, like, can you touch me like this? And it'll get me going. But anyway, let us continue here. All right, we got 29 minutes for this show left right now. The no frills, equipment-free 10-minute routine I use daily to stay in top shape and fuck for hours without getting tired. Is he just talking about fitness? Because I already do that. I'm good with that. 5 clinically proven natural herbal supplements that will give you a boner when you were a teenager, without resorting to expensive and dangerous over-the-counter drugs. Yeah, I'm not into any of those drugs. I will not be taking boner drugs. Actually, what works is abstinence. So I think that's why he says 3 common mistakes men make. What's killing your ability to get an erection? It's jerking off, watching porno. I wonder what else he'd say. What's the third one on that? A simple trick you can use to kick your obsessive porn browsing forever. Just simple, you know? If you ever had a hard time giving up porno, Sterling Cooper's got the answer, according to him. What is the answer? I don't know. It's simple, though. I'll tell you what, if it were real and it were simple, I would just do it. I think the simple thing is you just have to be committed to your decision just to quit and give it up. Another simple, like a killing your ability to get an erection, I would hope, if anything, it would be having sex with an actual woman that I'm into, literally and figuratively. I would hope that getting my rocks off in the normal positive way would be what causes me not to be able to get an erection, because I'm using it in the proper way. Hopefully a holy, godly way, but husband and wife might as well enjoy one another. That's right, I'm saying it. Don't you diss. What do we have here? We're almost done. Yeah, right, give up porn. Give up porn easily. It takes a real commitment, and I understand that you get so aroused as a guy watching porno that it's like flooding it's not just, they're like, oh yeah, endorphins and dopamine. It's like, no, it's like flood of dopamine. And it's in your head and you're like, oh God, this is amazing. And that's why you keep holding off before you finish. And you're like, oh my God, this is so great. And you keep going and going and going because your brain is flooded. But then when you start getting overloaded by it, too much stimulation all the time, every day, emptying out, the mind gets so bored. His third way of getting a super hard on is probably taking marijuana. That's an aphrodisiac. It's an aphrodisiac, you see. When you take it, I can rub the side of my guitar and be aroused by it, I swear, because those curves are freaking hot. Talking too much. Anyway, what's the last one? A secret biohack that can turn anyone into a multi-orgasmic man. If you're young and you have lots of testosterone in your system, you probably already are a multi-orgasmic man. I know I was. I could knock out 20 in a day when I was 20. And it's probably decreased about 1 a little. It's a tiny bit over a little less than 1 per year, I would say. And we're not down to 0 now. I'm just saying that over that course of time, there has been a dramatic change, a dramatic shift. It helps abstaining. It helps working out. It helps getting good sleep. And it helps being properly stimulated in the right type of situation without doing all those other overstimulating things that he's talking about here. And if you want this penis stuff to make your wiener bigger, it's $97. If I had $1 billion, I'd buy that. But I would, I probably wouldn't share it on here because I don't want to wreck his business or something like that. Just giving the secrets away for free. And he has 6 testimonials on here. A lot of them I read. I'm not going to read them to you now, but they have very bad grammar. And the grammar is really annoying. Back here, what is next on our list today? Okay, this is a short from Jedidiah. Do I want to do this one? Spot on wisdom. Okay, we got to do it because I dig her. I dig her. I want to date her sister if her sister's single. And if Jedidiah watched enough of these, she'd be like, "Oh no, you're a nice guy, but no, not you, Paul." So here we are. I want to come over here and go, woohoo! Jedidizzle. Oh, she's looking all stoned. She's like, "Hey man, you pass me that joint?" Okay, let's listen to her. I doubt she smokes. It's a goof. I have an old stoner mind and I make silly jokes like that. "Hey man, want to smoke a joint? Would you like to smoke a joint with me? Hey man, take a hit, Jedidiah." All right.
And you're hooking up with a girl. You sleep together for the first time. And you find out that she slept with somebody 2 weeks ago. All you're going to be thinking about is, wait a minute, I was already talking to her. We already went for that walk. We already went on that, wasn't quite a date.
So he's feeling offended. The men she's talking about, he's feeling offended that a woman would actually do that. And they do that sometimes.
So let me tell you something, straight men.
Do it.
I'll be straight with you. If she hooked up with somebody after she started talking to you and flirting with you, you start flirting with her, everything's going great. You maybe even spend time together. You don't sleep together, but she's hooking up with other guys. She don't like you that much. She
agree.
does not like
you.
Look, my pen reacted because it was that bold.
She's just out there having fun. Yes, you tell it, Jedidiah. And DM me your sister's digits, please.
She does not like you that much if that's happening. She doesn't. Because when a woman really likes you, it's tunnel vision. I say this all the time. If you're a guy and you're hooking up with a girl,
I want to know Rollo's perspective of that, because he's often saying how women love pretty much opportunistically. But from what Jedidiah is saying here, that in her experience, a woman really can fall for a guy and she just starts seeing the one guy and loving the one guy. Or is this like a separate topic from what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the opportunistic loving? I would love to be able to, someday maybe these people will grace me with their presence.
I was just picking.
Oh, no.
If you're a guy and you're hooking up with a girl.
Okay, actually, I'm going to cut that because they don't have the markers things on Instagram to go back to what you were listening to. But I have another clip from Jedidiah, which I'm going to bring up right now. Right? She's talking about men who don't want to date virgins, dude. Hold on. It's a good topic for her. I was just like loving on her at lunch, and so I'm being a little bit slow here on the uptake. Even those 5 nights of sleep, I can blame it on long COVID from 1,000,000 years ago in my previous life. One moment. Oh, start talking to Jedidiah.
About male virgins. This is a topic I get asked about a lot, actually. It's interesting. Do women like male virgins? And it's very split, right?
Good
now,
question.
Granted, the conversation we're about to have, and the girls are going to weigh in here. Mm-hmm.
Well, immediately, before you begin, do girls like male virgins? I think it's a little strange. It's not the same a man talking about a woman being virginal, but a man who's a virgin. I think most women, if a man gets too old and he's a virgin, a woman's going to think, what's the matter with this guy? Immediately, and so part of having done it with other women, it increases a man's sexual market value because women are attracted to guys that a lot of other women are attracted to. That I've witnessed. I haven't just heard other people say that. That's been the story in my life. Do tell more, please, Jedidiah. Por favor.
There are always going to be outliers.
Muy bonita.
And we're going to
Jedidiah es muy bonita.
Because even if we make a
¿Cómo
blanket statement that
estás,
say women generally
mujer?
don't like male virgins, who are those outliers? We're going to talk about what they look like, all that stuff. So let's play. Let's go to 151. Are women attracted to male virgins? Let's hear what they have to say in their own words.
Hold on. What is this look on your face? It's just a bad moment, like your eyes are whack. And she's got a weird like, what's that on your face, lady? Okay, oh my god, this one is like, I'm vacant-minded. This is the way I hear your brain when I see this expression on your face. You're like, oh, what? And you're at whatever, so. And this is, okay, so I do aesthetically sometimes like streaks in the hair like this, but it's a red flag when you go purple. Don't you know that? Purple's a red flag. Okay, let's continue.
Most guys who are virgins, you're probably not going to be attracted to them.
But are they respectful and
They could be
kind?
like-
That's what's important
If
to
they're
me.
like an average Joe.
Back up. They go, but are they respectful? Oh, wait, what's going on here?
Most guys who are virgins,
Watch
you're
this-
probably
this
not going to be
Asian dude right here.
attracted
He's like,
to them.
But are they respectful?
No, he's like, no.
And kind.
No.
That's what's important.
Yeah, dude. He knows what's up.
They're like an average
That
Joe.
a guy being respectful and kind is the most. I'm not saying it's
I
not
think that- I
important,
think
but
I
it's the
value
most.
This is the
those
girls
more
love
than any
assholes
other traits.
theme.
Come
I
on.
was often made
Girls
fun
don't
of.
like nice
Personally,
guys.
I was
Come
often
on.
made fun of growing up for not having great social skills. I was awkward and shy. So I have a lot of compassion for men who have those same traits.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, you
Tell 'em.
don't. My gosh, it's like I swallow a little bit of water. It almost starts coming up thanks to these girls. So first of all, men and women are different. So the fact that you as a
Me
female
too.
were awkward and shy,
Actually,
that's
I
something
will-
that a man will find endearing.
If you ever vomit on one of these, Jedidiah, I promise you, if you ever vomit on one of these, I will rewind it and say, watch her vomit again.
In fact, that might be something that they really like about you, because those are signs that you weren't out there in the party scene, loud, that you were kind of more well-behaved, shall we say. So that could be very endearing to a man. That is not going to be endearing to a woman. A guy, go to a lounge or a club and see that guy sitting in the corner, looking around.
Right.
Scared, awkward. You are not going to...
Confidence, genuine confidence with a man sells the man. If a man's around a ton of women, it increases that attraction. It makes him look like a more confident person, being able to interact with women he doesn't know in a situation like that. Big time hot stuff.
that guy. And I guarantee you that if a guy that has some game walking around, and by the way, I'm not saying a bad boy. I'm saying he's just got some game.
Yeah.
He's confident. He walks in the room. He comes
I
over
think
to you.
I'm
he
a
talks to
man
you.
with
You think you're gonna-
potential game because I'm just, I'm damaged goods, baby. Beautiful women like you. I've been in love with many great women in my life. Many. 2. I was in love with 3, but 2 of them were really great women. The third one had some growing to do, but I loved her nonetheless. I'll just continue. Never mind. I'm about to say something stupid that I'll regret. So I need you to continue for me in my stead so that I don't prove myself the fool by uttering something foolish.
Oh, no. Not you. I want that one in the corner that looks like he's trembling. Can you just at least have the decency to be honest on these panels? It's really
Hold
ridiculous.
on.
Women generally don't go.
I'm observing something about Jedidiah right now. Okay, here's what I want to look at. Is this a faux pas with lipstick right here? Or is that a cold sore, baby? Ooh! Someone tell me. Is that a cold sore on Jedidiah Bila? It matters. I'm guessing it's lipstick because she probably does up her face a little bit before she comes on and does this. But it looks like a cold sore. Let's zoom in as far as possible. You see this discoloration right here? It looks like... What is this? Is a game like, what is this, do you think, if I zoom out from it? Is it a herpy? Is it a spot on an apple? Or Is it a cold sore on Jedidiah Bila's lip? Okay, continue.
Do they care about these things? You say respect. I want someone who's going to be respectful and kind. Yeah, you do. But you want the respectful, kind guy to also have the game and to be the guy you want to sleep with and to be the guy that you're attracted to.
These ladies want a bunch of contradictions. All these things at once can't be true or possible. It's nice to have a mix of them. I think that's possible, to have overlapping mix of these skills. We're just talking about a good, righteous man here who has confidence. He's debonair. He has self-respect. He's built value for himself. He probably looks good, has finances. I want to be that guy. But even if I get hair transplants, I don't have hair elsewhere unless I get it from the curly nether regions to fill in my nasty head. My head can't look like a curly Brillo pad at this stage of life because when I was younger, I had extremely straight hair. No curve whatsoever. I had to train it to go a different way. And even then, it was so excessive, that's probably why I'm bald now. Just hair drying all day, combing the head all day. Your hair falls out.
So if you take that respectful, kind guy and you remove all of the other attributes, you take out he has no game all of a sudden, and he's not well put together, and maybe he's a little bit overweight, and you're not attracted to him at all, he could throw respectful and kind to you from here.
I actually think there are a lot of women. I've seen a lot of hot women, with fat dudes. Tony Soprano's like an example. So if you have all the qualities of a man and you're just kind of big and husky, there are a lot of women who like that. I think I've had more women not want to date me when I was younger, when I was extra super skinny and bony. And they've brought that up. They say, Paul is too thin. They say he's cute. He's just too skinny. I got that for years and years and years. It did not change between like when guys started growing muscle and stuff sometime in junior high and up sometime into my 30s. No, you know what? I gained confidence in my young 20s. Even though I was super skinny, I gained confidence from things like guitar and building up my skill set in other ways. Women, I'm telling you guys, women are attracted to men who really can play guitar. That has actually opened the door for me. That was game for me. And sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I need to be out singing in front of people still because I've had indicators of interest. It's just that I kind of, I'm going to this bar, this kava bar in Westminster, and it's really a cool little place. It's very social, and the music is usually quiet when I go there on Fridays because the neighboring business is open, and it's a very social atmosphere that doesn't revolve around alcohol. And it's like every social atmosphere where you go, you have a chance to meet somebody, especially one like that where it just seems like people are going there for social interaction and to connect. And what I find is that what I said was, I don't know if I can find a woman in that environment because I really want to find a woman with certain values in the church environment. I'm literally at that stage. And and then there's the part of me that's like, is a church woman going to be fun? But it's like, I'm just trying to imagine, here's the basis of the struggle I'm having with this topic right now. It's that I think viable women get snatched right up. Like guys are like, that's a good woman. They figure it out, and guys who know what's up get with that woman. And so I'm like, where are the good ones that are left? That's why I joke about being with Jedidiah's sister, if she has one, because I love her values. If her sister's like her and she looks good, I'm like, holy mackerel, that would be awesome to be with a Jedidiah. It's like, I keep hearing Michael Sartain talk about the events he has. You got to have like 200 or 300 women as friends. And I'm like, 200 or 300? Where? How the hell? What? When you're starting at zero, what are you talking about? How do you get to 200 or 300 women? And so he knows all these women. And I'm like, I was even sitting this weekend going, should I throw a party? But then I'm like, I don't fucking know any hot women. How do you get hot women to a party like this? And only cool guys. as your wingmen there, and just to start getting the image, because I've talked about the propaganda before of doing this. Just getting images of me hanging out, partying with women, and like get the image, and I'm like out. I'm the introvert. I go home early. I'm tired. You guys have a nice time. I'm just here for the photo op with beautiful women so that I can get more women attracted to me, to increase those numbers, to increase the odds of hooking up with a woman who is so worth it. Yeah, leading to that point with the exclamation on the end. Love it.
Common. You're just going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. No, because respectful and kind needs to come in a package that you're attracted to. So I don't understand why women can't just be honest about that. I'm a female, and I'm telling you straight up, that's how it is.
Who plays games?
Say, again, that women don't value
women
respect
play games.
and that women don't want a respectful, kind person. They do, but it has to come in the right package. If she doesn't want to sleep with you, game over. She has to want to sleep with you.
Absolutely.
You're not
right.
getting anywhere. Without that.
Yes. In the words of Rollo Tomasi, you cannot negotiate desire. If she doesn't want to sleep with you, if you know that's evident, like, son of a bitch, that's what a simp is. And that's how I simped when I was younger, was I was crazy head over heels with a particular woman. I still like her as a human being. Good woman. It was a great experience knowing that woman. I'm not going to name her by name on here, but great, beautiful, young, blonde, wonderful body, great sense of humor, personality, way of thinking about things in life. I was so head over heels about her. I was 19 and I was like, I want to marry you. I love you. I told her, I love you. I want to marry you. And she wasn't into it. She wasn't having it. But I was too immature at that age to be like, okay, I got to give up. It's like, no, I'm going to prove myself to her. And by the end of the movie, she's going to want me. So what eventually got me out of the rut was finally when I had had enough simping, I was like, no more simping. It really changed me as a human being, this particular friendship with this girl. Like I said, I went on respecting her very much. She made me a better person because I was able to overcome that mad love I had for her. I couldn't think straight. It depressed me all day long. Like what I'm articulating to you now is I didn't realize what simple problems these were when I was younger. And if I thought way more like I thought now, I'd be like, okay, next. But I started playing guitar. And I actually started getting good at it. And I started getting obsessed. I really started caring about it. I fell in love with the guitar at that time for years enough to practice and learn it. And suddenly I noticed that when I'm playing guitar, girls thought I was cute. Girls liked it. And that's why I still need to be out there playing guitar, frankly, because I think that still shows skill and talent. You know, that is a door opener. So I should be exploiting every fucking avenue at this stage of my life if I want to make use of the time I have before it'll be too late to get in a good situation with a woman. Good situation is partly defined as, I want to go against the headwinds of the crazy world and I want to have children. That's right. Affirm life. With somebody who's like, yeah, I get this. I dig this guy. We're a great company with one another. We're a great team. We complement one another. We can do this. Let's do this. This is my advertisement right here. And it's, I don't know. It might, if what I'm doing right now turns you off, you're not meant for me because I'm going to keep doing this. I'm doing this. I'm my own boss. I shall be the leader. Keep talking, Jedidiah Bila.
I don't care. And women will say, oh, that's not true. We were friends for like 15 years. And then we sort of just fell into romance. You didn't fall into anything, honey. You just didn't get what you actually wanted. You didn't find somebody you really wanted. So you fell into, the B team. That was your backup. Yeah. And now you're trying to make sense out of it and make everybody think, no, it wasn't my backup. I just grew into him. I grew into myself and then we grew into each other. Talking points. Yada, yada, yada,
depressing.
That's what that
My God,
says.
that's settling.
No, that
You're
means that you
settling.
encountered a bunch of people. It didn't work out. The guys you really were hot for, the guys that you were all amped up for, that didn't work out. So this
Missed
guy was
out.
waiting in the back. And you were like, well.
Beta fuck. Gone.
I'm 35 now. Clock's ticking. Come on up. You've been promoted. You know it. Stop lying, man. Just stop
Yes.
lying.
Oh,
Okay.
you're always saying that. I
Let's
love that
go
about
to,
you.
158.
Call them
44
out.
on
Call the dumb little girls out. Help make them good women, Jedidiah. Good role model here. I kiss her ass. I simp hard for Jedidiah Bila because she's awesome, dude. I don't hear that kind of wisdom from women every day. That's what I respect. That's the kind of wisdom I should have loved from the women that I loved when I was younger. Period.
This is too good.
The guy lacks social skills or like lacks skills in like having sex because like let's be honest, does society
excuse me, I'm just saying, she's like the guy lacks social skills, and when I look at her, it's like this is how I think when Paul's telepathically listening to my brain. This is how I think. It's true, babe. Sorry.
enough tools to even know what sex is. Like, is sex
what is
education
sex?
something that
guys are so dumb? Duh. That's bullcrap, because ever since a guy is a young teen and those hormones hit, they want to stick it in any hole in the world, especially those that you have. These are the... Oh, never mind.
Currently, you know, being taught right now. Like, I don't think people know much. I don't think that's people's fault. And I think the best thing that we can do is to be open.
This one, for the love of all that is kind and pure. Now she's blaming society. Now she's blaming society. No, honey.
Yeah.
You don't blame society.
Who do you blame, Jedidiah?
How do you learn? First of all, is sex ed being taught? Yes. In fact, a lot of parents are out there saying too much sex ed is being taught. Let me teach that to my kids at home. Sex ed is being taught, but sex ed.
Schools need to shut the fuck up about sex. Leave it to the parents. You know, people in the past figured it out. That's existence. It's better to leave someone naive until they're mature enough to process. That's the word I'm looking for. Process the information. Let kids be kids. Let them mature. Get them to a point where they're mature enough to deal with the information, and they'll be fine. You don't have to be eager to get it into kids, okay? Literally and figuratively, weirdos. God, they're so eager to talk to kids about sex in school these days. Stupid asses. There's some deliberate thing behind that, because if you sexualize children, they're a lot less likely to be able to live monogamous lives. You corrupt them, basically. It's corruption.
It's supposed to be about how sex happens, right? The reproductive system, all that. Sex ed is not about like, hey, this is how you walk into a bar if you want to get a girl. That's not sex ed. You know how you learn that,
I'm still noticing
honey?
the cold sore. Just so you know, I'm still noticing. It's either the cold sore or the lipstick. Is it the cold sore? Na 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 na. Whoa! Ah, get it away from me! Sorry.
You do it. You do it. You don't hide behind this, you know, the phone. You don't sit like this and contact people.
I have a problem with that.
As a man, how you learn that is that you walk up to somebody in a bar
what's up,
and you start
babe?
talking to them, or you walk up to somebody.
No,
you know, at a
do
club.
Joey. You do Joey from Friends, and you go over and say, "How you doing?" I don't say "How you doing" because it sounds like Joey, but I've said "How you doing" for a long time. I picked it up from Artie Lang on Howard Stern like over 20 years ago. It's a habit. I say, "How you doing?" I say that to people, men and women. I don't go, how you doing? Maybe I should. Maybe it should be unambiguous when I come up and say, how you doing? It's immediate, like, I'm creepy.
You build up the guts to make contact in person with eye contact.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that.
I know it's scary, but that's
You're
how
saying
we did
that
it
I'm going to try to do that.
And that's why everybody, by the way, from 20 or 30 years ago has more of a backbone than everybody today, because we didn't have a phone to hide behind. So you either went up to a girl and asked her out, or you were home alone that night.
I have a front bone, my dear. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I need to wrap it up because I've gone long. I have 2 more whole videos I planned for this, but I've been blabbing on and on about silly shit. So I need to wrap this up, people, because we're at an hour, and that's about where I like to end it. Sure, I could have kept going, but I don't want to today. That's not my intent for today. Keep it short, keep it simple, keep it good. I really start to notice after going about 20, 25, 30 minutes that my mind wakes up and I'm like, ooh, I'm flowing. When I'm starting out, I feel like I'm choppy the way my mind works. Whatever. Oh, what? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this, I enjoy doing it for you. I would appreciate it if you liked these videos, shared these videos, told your friends about these videos, commented on these videos. Engage with me. Talk to me. You want to come on and talk to me? If you're interesting, let me know that you're interesting, and maybe I'll say, hey, I can put you on this screen. I have that technical ability to do that. And I've just been holding off because I'm so self-absorbed, people. Whatever, I enjoy this. I enjoy it, and I want you to enjoy it with me. So come be a part of it with me, shall you? Will you? Oh my God. Terrible English. Peace be with you all. Yo, how you doing? How you doing?